Okay, I've been teaching on TikTok now since February 2021. And I've consistently taught the same way the whole time. I've always spoken about changing you to change the outside circumstances, changing you to manifest whatever it is you want out here, because everything is a reflection of you. And different people come along and teach self-concept as something to do as well as manifesting back your specific person, or as well as something else. Guys, when you understand that what you are is what manifests, then you'll understand there is nothing else to do. Now, certain creators, I've noticed, have a certain thing that they teach for a long time and then they change it. They change their mind. I have never changed my mind. Neville never really changed his mind. He might have said things slightly differently, like he might have said live in the end and he said live from the end, okay, when he understood that he needed to say it a different way for people to understand the teaching, okay, and towards the end of his life he started saying a few different things, but most of the time he was very consistent with the way he taught. I'm talking about Neville Goddard here. I have consistently spoken about changing you to change the outside circumstances, because the outside circumstances are simply a reflection of you. And some people have come to me in the recent past, in the last couple of months, say 6 months, and said, Loz, you don't talk about states. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about states. What's a state? And when people say that to me, I've had it a few times, I'm like, what in the world do you think I'm teaching you guys? What do you think consistently being in your same self-concept, your new self-concept, your newly formed self-concept is? That's your state, the place you most often return. Oh, I thought it was this other thing you're not teaching us. Oh, why? Because you've heard someone banging on about it now like it's the new thing to do, something that no one's taught you before. It's what I've always taught you guys. And if you haven't really been listening and haven't heard me mention the word state about 20 times in every single fucking live, then you really haven't heard me. I always say step into the state of the new you. But what I teach you is how to get into it and how to stay there. You can't just get into a state, okay? There's also this thing going on at the moment about emotional regulation. Okay, well, you can emotionally regulate all you like, but it's not going to get you into any kind of state other than making you feel slightly less anxious or something. But the way you get into a state and stay there consistently is what I've always taught you. I just might not bang on about states like it's this thing that it's suddenly this newfound fandangled thing to teach you. I've always been teaching you that. All a state means is the state of the nation, a mental state, a depressed state, victim state. What does that mean? It means what they're in. A person in a victim state feels like a victim consistently, right? They haven't come out of that state, they've stayed there. If you're in a bad mental state, so you're in the state of depression, you're consistently depressed. You're suffering from depression consistently, right? That's all state means, the place you most often return to and stay there. And when you fall out of the state, you guys are asking me, you wanted a Loz lesson on this, how do you stay there? You've got to think, all it means is consistency. Persistently staying consistent in that new state of me, which comes from the new thinking I've formed about myself, which is my concept of myself, my self-concept, my concept of others, my concept of what's going on, my concept of the circumstances, my self-concept. Now, when people say, all you have to do is get in the state and you can work on your self-concept as well, they're so fucking confused. And I've heard a couple of creators who I used to really respect and now think are a bit confused in the way they teach, saying things like, oh, you can also work on self-concept if you've got limiting beliefs. What? No. You're thinking a limiting belief is self-concept. Do you understand what the word concept means? It means idea, your ideas of yourself. Your ideas of yourself formed over time then form the state you return to, which is your state. You have to have had those concepts, those ideas of yourself for long enough to have formed the state you're now in. Then you have to think them long enough for them to remain in that state, for you to remain in that state. You might have always been in victim state and now you're in I'm a winner state. You might have always been in I'm not lovable and I get left, and now you're in the state of I don't get abandoned and he loves me state. When people talk about self-concept like it's something to do with healing, no. When it's something to do with limiting beliefs, you could call it that, I guess. There could be beliefs that limit you. There could be beliefs that don't. They're just beliefs that form the you are, your concept of yourself. I honestly feel like sometimes there are certain creators I see popping up on my For You page on YouTube that I need to go and send a dictionary to. Hello, would you like a dictionary so you understand what the word concept fundamentally means? Just the word concept. Do you need a dictionary to understand what fundamentally the word state means? Just go to the dictionary and look them both up. It means what it means in the dictionary. Self-concept means your concept, the idea of you. State means what it is now, the state of the nation, the nowness of you, what you're in now, where you are now. If anyone that you listen to, and I really mean this, guys, is confusing you about states and talking about self-concept as healing, it's not healing. I'm not teaching anyone to fucking heal themselves. What in the world? Am I telling you to sit around in an ashram doing 30 days of silence and talking to your inner child? Do I teach any of that crap? I don't teach any healing, okay? I don't teach you that you have to be healed or your specific person has to be healed. I've literally never used the word healed. And yet fuckwits will come onto my videos and say, you teach healing. Have you got a comprehension problem? I teach the concept of self that everyone has that they need to consistently stay in to create a new reality, because your reality comes from your state. Oh, so you're not teaching healing. I don't know. Who have you actually watched me? If you've got a severe comprehension problem, when you were doing English at school, did you get a report card that said severe comprehension problems, doesn't understand the work she's reading? We watched a movie in class and she did not understand it. She did not understand the simple concepts like the word concept. Oh, so it doesn't mean healing. Of course it fucking doesn't. It means concept. Right? So some of you are getting very fucking confused. So in answer to your question that you want a LOS lesson about, to stay in a state, how do you think you stay in a state? You've got to have the same consistent concept of yourself. That's simply it. It's that simple, guys. It's like mind-boggling that you guys are getting so confused because you're hearing creators talking about states. And I'm not talking about any particular person, actually. I'm seeing a lot of people getting very confused about self-concept and saying you can do that as well. Or talking about states like it's something fucking new that Neville never said in every goddamn lecture he ever did. He literally says state about 20 times in every lecture. And trust me, I know because I've read them all and listened to them all. What do you think he's talking about? So, to stay in a consistent state, what do? We have the same concept of self consistently over time. And when anything that we think contradicts that new concept of self, we then have to contradict it. If anything on the outside contradicts our new concept of self, we have to contradict it and go back to the state we want to return to. I'll give you an example. So if you're in the state of loved and wanted, and you start then thinking things from your past like, oh no, but that guy didn't love me. That last relationship, he didn't love me. He loved his ex-wife. Well, are you still thinking you're the loved and wanted person in your new self-concept, or are you starting to relive memories of not being loved? If you start looking at the 3D and your specific person was showing up great, and then they do something that seems like unloving to you or that they don't want you. So say they don't arrange a date with you this week or don't return your text. Do you start reading into it and thinking, maybe he doesn't love me as much as I love him. Maybe he doesn't want this relationship as much as I want it. Hang on, is that contradicting the new state of me, which is I am loved and wanted? Oh, fuck yes. Why am I looking at it and thinking that? Why am I going internally and thinking thoughts that I'm unloved and unwanted? I've got to change those. He's just busy. Of course he loves me. He wouldn't be with me if he didn't love me. He told me last week that he loved me. I'm going to fly with that information. That was great information. We're listening to that. We're not looking at this right now where he's busy because he's just fucking busy. And we're giving it a really good story and we're going back to the state of I am loved and wanted. I'm not reliving that past horrible memory where someone broke up with me and broke my heart and went back to their ex-wife, because I'm not that girl. I'm the girl who's loved and wanted. Banish that memory. You guys understanding? You've got to be on top of the thinking so you can stay consistent. Right? Neville talks about it like walking on the beam. Well, he doesn't talk about a gym, like a beam in the gym, but he says stay on the beam, right? If you're in a gym class and you're walking along the beam and you fall off, what do? You get back on. If you're Simone Biles, you don't just chuck a tantrum because you fell off the beam and you give up gymnastics for the rest of your life. You jump back on. Then you walk. You're in the new state, la, la, la. You see something you don't like, oh, my God, it makes you fall off. Oh, sorry, ignoring that. Concentrate. Get back on the beam. Do my routine again. Go back to the start. Routine again. Right? You guys are getting thrown like you're on a beam, like you're Simone Biles, and you're allowing all the things to fuck you up. You got a girl over there doing the beam better than you. You got someone over there doing a backflip and they did it better than you. You got your coach yelling at you and they're distracting you. Your mum just walked through the door. Someone told you were fat. Your gym gear's going up your ass, and you're getting a whole lot of distractions, but you're not staying consistently concentrating on the beam you're meant to be walking on. Now, if you get consistently thrown by all these things and all these thoughts, oh, I'm not very good, that girl over there is better, my knickers are up my ass, people are staring at me, maybe think my ass is fat, my trainer's such an asshole, how are you going to do the routine? You won't. You won't even get through the semi-finals. You won't even get to the end of the fucking beam. That's how you stay in the state. Imagine yourself walking on a beam, guys, and every time you fall off, you just fall off. Okay, you get back on. If Simone Biles didn't get back on the beam every time she fell off, she wouldn't be Simone Biles. She just gave up every time she fell off. Oh my God, I've got out of the state. I was living in the end and I thought he loved me in my head and we were happily married, and then I saw him on Instagram with some girl. You've fallen completely off the beam, fallen in a heap, crying, and your trainer's going, Simone, how do you expect to get to the Olympics with this fucking attitude? Get back on the beam, please. Oh, I've got to get back up here. He loves me. I'm the only choice. Of course he loves me. I picture our wedding. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, because I am loved and I am wanted. I'm getting rid of all my self-concept thoughts that I'm not loved and wanted. I'm banishing anything out here. Ah, yes, and then you get to the end. Some of you allow everything out here to throw you, and some of you are allowing all your thoughts to throw you, and then you're wondering why you're not staying in the state. If anything is distracting you guys, you've fallen off the beam. You've just got to get back on without beating yourself up, without giving up, without having a fucking duvet day where you cry all goddamn day. Yes, have a duvet day if you really fucking need it. And then get back on the beam, please. Because you can't stay consistent if you just give up. You can't stay consistent if you don't turn up to training every day. I've dated athletes that are so consistent in their training. That's why they end up at the Olympics. They can't miss a day of training. They can't just not turn up one day because they had a bad week. They have to turn up where they've got the flu, their leg hurts, they've stretched a muscle, they still turn up. Are you guys still turning up or are you giving up? Be an athlete of your mind, please. That's how you stay in the state. And when something throws you on the outside or the inside, you get back on the fucking beam until you get to the end. Until you perfected the routine. Until you won the goddamn Olympics. I know people who in the Olympics didn't even place in their sport, then had to wait another, how many years is it in between? 4 years to then do the Olympics again. Can you imagine having that kind of willpower and you guys can't even stay on the beam for a couple of weeks to stay in the state, and you've got Olympians who wait 3 to 4 years to compete again? Some of you guys, your willpower is in the fucking shitter and you're wondering why you don't get what you want. That's how you stay in the state. I need to hear this, Jay. Good, Jasmine. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to your questions. But, guys, this will be posted on my YouTube channel, Subconscious Laws. Go there now. If you have intrusive thoughts, which is no such fucking thing. There's no such fucking thing as overthinking or intrusive thoughts, just so you know. Go and watch this video, because if you can't stay in the state and you've got all kinds of thoughts up here throwing you from your state, go and watch this video now. It's on YouTube. Okay, then this video now where I'm going to answer your questions will be posted on YouTube next week on my Subconscious Laws YouTube. So come and subscribe, and then you'll know when they come up, and you'll see the premiere, and you can put notification on, right? And this one will be called Stay in the State, how to stay in the state, right? So if your question gets answered in this video, go and look for that video when the notification bell is on and it premieres, right? You can watch these back. Okay, I'm going to the top. So guys, you can ask your questions now. Hang on. So that answer your question, darling? What to do when they're back? Well, I answered that on Monday. It's called Do Not React When They Come Back. It's the video before this, darling. Go and watch it. Definitely go watch the Loz lesson replays on YouTube. You'll learn a lot. Thank you, darling. I had a success today. I got some fees reversed. Oh, Dylan, wonderful. Hi, Loz. Does the self-concept course tell us what we need to work on and what to do to fix it? Exactly what the course is about. There's an assessment. The reason why it's so popular, it's my most popular course of all time, is because I assess you. Oh, thank you, Jenna, darling. On your self-concept issues, the ones that are hidden that you don't realize you have. Then I give you affirmations and tools to fix it. I am currently extending that course, and I filmed it the other day, and I'm talking about in it all the mistakes you guys have made with the assessment, things you needed in the self-concept course that were lacking because it was kind of an intermediary course rather than an advanced course. And in a couple of weeks' time, it's going to come out as an advanced course with an extension. So you can either buy the self-concept course now for $145, or you can wait until later and buy the whole thing. Or if you've already got the self-concept course, we will give you an opportunity to buy the extension at a discount price just when it launches, and then it will just be an extended price. You can just buy the extension if you want it, okay? But the assessment is in there, yes. Oh, Jenna, isn't that lovely? What was that, a rose in a glass thing? Keeping to the new you, even though 3D is not what you want. So, guys, if your 3D is throwing you so much, you really need to go and do my Fuck the 3D course, where the mental diet diaries will keep you on track and probably shock the shit out of you about what you're actually doing when the 3D is throwing you. Fuck the 3D is the last focused course I did, and the next one coming up is called Back and Begging, and it drops on Monday in the squad. And if you want to join the squad for $35, this week you'll get Manifest All the Things before it leaves the squad, plus Make Them Obsessed, my other mini course that's in there, plus you'll get Back and Begging, the ultimate Manifest Your Specific Person Back course in the squad. It's only $35. But if you just want Fuck the 3D, go and get it on my website. Tried manifesting SP. He's blocked me on everything last night. Danny, we don't do trying here, darling. He's probably blocked you because of all your fucking shitty thinking about yourself and him. Have you actually watched my videos before? I'm not surprised he's blocked you. Tried manifesting him. Tried. We don't do trying here. We change our thinking. Have you tried changing your fucking thinking? You need to get in the squad and do Back and Begging, because I discuss how when you're not actually manifesting your SP. You guys are very confused. Even the word manifesting confuses you guys. And I go in depth in part 1 about how the word manifest and manifest your specific person is completely throwing you. And you're doing it wrong, and then you're wondering why you get blocked or why you're trying and it's not working, because you're not doing it right. You're not understanding what the process is. Come and join the squad, darling, for $35, and on Monday, Back and Begging drops, and you'll sit there and you'll go, I'm doing this all wrong. No wonder he's blocked me. Oh, this is how I get unblocked. This is how we end up in a relationship. I'm doing it wrong. No more hot and cold. Well, Victoria, you've got a story that is hot and cold. Got a job interview this Monday. Had to keep knowing I got top pay offer. Well, just imagine you got the top pay offer. Imagine telling someone, darling. Imagine a phone conversation telling someone, or imagine the congratulations. Trusting yourself. What are we talking about? How to just be in the knowing. Well, that's what we're talking about getting in the state. The state of knowing it is done is the place you want to return to. Your good self-concept where you feel like it's done. Your good self-concept where you feel like nothing throws you. Your good self-concept where you feel loved and wanted. And, of course, you're in the relationship. Oh, thank you. It's just Tanya. Thank you, darling. Had moved with SP. Now I feel I'm in a rut. Well, Jasmine, because you're saying you are. Hi, Icy. I missed you and your lives. Oh, darling. Loz, I finished the self-concept course, but unsure about affirmations I am using. Scared they don't really solve it. Well, if you're scared they don't really solve it, first of all, your fears will be made manifest because you're so scared. Oh, my God, this is not going to fix anything. So stop that, darling. Why are you freaking out about some thoughts? Okay, so delve a bit more, Em. I'm not a magician. I can't give you magic affirmations. Have you sat down and bothered to actually delve a bit more into yourself? I bet you didn't actually look at the affirmations and go, Okay, I don't know if these are strong enough for me. Could I rephrase this in another way that actually has to do with the thoughts I have about myself? I'm not going to just verbatim repeat everything Loz says. I'm going to write them in my own way. I'm going to think, why do I not feel chosen? Why do I feel not wanted? Why do I assume I'm going to be abandoned? Have I investigated that, or am I just relying on Loz for every single fucking answer because I think she's a magician or something? I say in the course, adapt them for yourself. Dig deeper if you can. Go back and do the childhood part if you can, and dig a lot deeper if you don't even know what the fuck your thoughts are, why you're thinking those things, and what you need to change. Can't help you knowing. How to just relax in the knowing. Guys, you've got to stop throwing yourself by the 3D. What I just said, if you're on the beam, you've got to stop looking at this. If you're Simone Biles, you can't be looking at what's going on out here if you're trying to compete. Right? Go and defuck the 3D if it's really throwing you. How do we get over the fear that MISP will not date me because I give my family money? What in the world are you talking about, Lynn? So you've got a story that because you've got money, he won't want you. Or because you give your family money, he'll think you think he wants you to stop doing that because he wants to control you or something. What the fuck are you on about? And that they gave a lot of mental what, Lynn? You've got some real shitty story about your family. Like, my family's all kind of fucked up. He's going to judge me about my family. I'm from a lower socioeconomic area than him. He's going to look down upon me because my family are like X, Y, Z. You're Romeo and Julieting yourself and thinking you can't be together because of your family. That's about you thinking you're not enough, that he's going to judge you. Stop thinking that. I need you to come shout at me 24/7. I absolutely adore you. Oh, Liv, thank you. How to get him to unblock me on everything and actually come back to me. Danny, you need to really go and get all my free resources because you sound very lost. You sound like you've been going around from every video and trying to manifest him back, okay? Get access to back and begging very affordably. Yes, guys, it's going to be a focus course later on my website in 2 months' time, but if you want to get it now, get it for $35 in the squad. If you come and join the squad, the Subconscious Loz squad, it's a private monthly coaching group. You can watch me coaching. You can get coaching with me like this every Friday. You can watch all the coaching replays and all the lives back. Plus, there's the mentors in there to help you in the Q&A forum when you have questions. Plus, there's the mini courses, and back and begging drops on Monday. But go and get my free resources, Danny. Go to subconsciousloz.com. Go and get my free mini course, okay? Because you're not understanding what you're doing here. You're not understanding what self-concept is and how he's simply reflecting you. That's why he blocked you. Is perfect self-concept a guarantee to keep your manifestation? What are you talking about, Chezzy? We don't have to be perfect. Fuck, I'm not teaching you guys to be perfect. I'm teaching you to change your concept of yourself. You're seeing it as something you have to heal or something, darling. It's not. If you have a concept, you could think I'm perfect. I've got a perfect self-concept. You could still have a concept that men leave and you get abandoned. What do you mean, Chezzy? Some of you are really lost because you've been watching creators talking about self-concept like healing or something separate. What do you mean? If you have a concept that people will leave, people will leave. That will manifest. If you have a concept that you're not good enough and there's something wrong with your body and another girl's body is more perfect than yours and you've got body dysmorphia, they will choose a girl with a better body over you because you've got a story like that in your mind and it reflects out and they will reflect it. All this is reflection. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to have different concepts. Go and get my free mini course, darling. You're a bit lost. But yes, if your concept of yourself is good, then of course you keep your manifestation because you're in the assumption that you're going to keep it. You're in the assumption that you're loved. You're in the assumption you won't be left. You're in the good self-concept assumptions that will then, of course, keep your manifestation, of course. I think I see what you're asking me now. Of course you will, because they're only reflecting you. You understand? Hi, Loz. Does self-concept course teach us what to work on, how to fix it? I've answered that. First life here. Oh, Christina. What if they don't know you? That doesn't matter, guys. You can still manifest them. It doesn't matter. I was just saying, I wish Loz was live, and bam, here you are. Oh, darling. Loz, how to stop worrying about not getting what I want? You stop saying you're not going to get it. Stop thinking you're not going to get it. Be in the knowing that it's done. It's here now. Guys, go and get my free resources if you need help. Loz, I have recently been getting more triggered all of a sudden with my friendships and romantic. Well, Sailor, why? Why are you suddenly getting more triggered? I can't help you. Tell me why. Hello, I've been trying to manifest my wife back, have gotten birds for land. She does say she's done. Because, Kay, you think she's done. You're in the story in your mind that she's done. If you think she's done, she'll be done. What do you really think? Change that. How often should you affirm for SP? I don't teach you to do that, darling. I tell you to change your concept of yourself. I don't tell anyone to sit around affirming for their SPs. If you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. Go and get my free course, please. Guys, if you are sitting around affirming for your specific person and you come on my lives, and Margot, it's not your fault because you've been watching Fuckwits, and you're asking me how often do I do that? Literally, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, it blows my mind how wrong everything you guys have been watching is. Please come and do Back and Begging, darling, in the squad. It's only $35. Come and join us now. It drops on Monday and you'll just watch the first video, part 1, and go, oh, fuck, I've been doing everything wrong. I've been trying to affirm for them and I haven't changed me and nothing's going to change. Fuck. No wonder they're not back. Guys, I will discuss in that everything you're learning that's wrong because I learned it wrong. I listened to those people who taught me wrong. You can sit around affirming for your specific person all day. I can tell you to do it 10 times or 10,000 times and literally they won't come back and you'll sit there 10 years later and go, where is he? And I'll say, did you listen to me where I said change your concept of yourself? Oh, no, I thought this was about them. This has got nothing to do with them. Literally nothing to do with them. If you guys are so confused, you're still thinking this is about them. You're still focusing on them. You're still saying SP affirmations all the fucking time and asking how many times you can say them. And yes, you can say them. And yes, if you think about them, say SP affirmations, but you need to be focusing on you more. I say 80% you, 20% them, affirmation-wise. If you really can't stop thinking about them, darling. Come and do Back and Begging because you sound a bit lost like you've been watching fucktards. If you're having a moment of sadness about the old story, how do you stop that manifesting? Well, why are you freaking out that that's going to manifest? Why are you even worrying about that? Why don't you just live in the new story more? As soon as that happens, as soon as you get those old thoughts, switch them, change them, affirm new thoughts. Don't allow it to just take over your mind. I'm sitting here thinking of it. I can't stop thinking of it. I've thought about it for 5 weeks and I just can't stop thinking. I bet you it's going to manifest. Yes, it fucking will because you're allowing your brain to think about it. Think something different, Tiffany. Take control of your mind. I don't know, my mind just keeps taking over and I can't stop thinking these thoughts. Well, fuck me. What do you guys think this is? It's an exercise in a disciplined mind. I can't discipline my mind. It just runs me all day. Well, then, that's what will manifest then. Guys, go and watch all my videos, darling. Do my free course. Come and join us for Back and Begging in the squad. It's only $35. Facts. States are nothing more than just thoughts with consistency. Yes, Dylan. I'm consistently thinking I'm depressed. Therefore, I've got depression. We're consistently getting poorer, so now we're in a recession. That's the state of the country. Recession. Right? Not that we want to say that. We're consistently getting richer. We're in the state of abundance. You understand what I mean about states? What do you think about sleep tapes? I have them, guys. They're on my YouTube. I've never seen any scientific evidence that they work. However, we did our own test in the squad my free group, and it really helped people. So I created them. I made a video that got posted the other week that said I didn't really believe in sleep tapes because there's no scientific evidence, but we did do our own little test in my group and I found enough evidence from the results in my group to believe that it does have an effect. So they're in my 8-hour sleep tape affirmations, 8-hour sleep tape playlist on YouTube, guys. A lot of people will overcomplicate this. It's about your concept of you. That's it. Listen to Loz. I'm just like shook when people go, you can do self-concept as well as. Your concept of self creates your state. What are you a bit lost? Do you need me to lend you a Neville book? Do you need me to lend you a dictionary? I have a question. What does emotions and energy have to do with the concept of self and states? Absolutely nothing, Christina. Absolutely fucking nothing. Your feelings come from your thoughts. Energy, everything's energy. This bottle is energy. This coffee cup's energy. My hair's energy. Everything's energy, otherwise it wouldn't exist. That's how atoms work. So if you're listening to anyone who talks about emotions or energy, you should immediately press not interested because they're teaching you stuff you can have no control over. Right? Consistency. Yes, guys. You're not going to stop me. Oh, good. When I spoke to you about my husband, he said she sounds like Joe Dispenza. Not sure if this is correct. Me? That's possibly, Sammy, the biggest insult anyone could ever give me, that I sound like Joe fucking chiropractor, Looney Tune, science, dispenser. Please tell your husband that's the most insulting thing anyone's ever said to me. Tell your husband to fuck off. Okay? That guy's a fucking Looney Tune. I don't know where my pineal gland is, and yet I can manifest like a fucking master. Please listen to Joe. He needs help. Your concept of self is your assumptions, beliefs, and thoughts about yourself and others. And yet, Sarah, and yet, here you are, knowing that, and a lot of manifestation coaches don't even know that. Why does some coaches talk about heart-brain coherency? I don't even know what the fuck that is, Christina. Christina, darling, are you going to keep coming in here telling me some mumbo-jumbo coaches have told you on videos? If you keep coming in here asking me about energy and feelings and heart-brain coherency, I'm sorry, darling, you're going to get blocked. I don't give a shit what other coaches are saying. That sounds like mumbo-jumbo woo-woo shit. I don't teach woo-woo shit. I'm teaching you to change your concept of yourself. Please don't come in here. You better retract your last message. If you have another fucking message talking about, I heard a coach say, I'll be like, block you. You're in my live. You either listen to what I have to say or you get the fuck out. I love you, Christina, but I don't even know what that is. That sounds like gobbledygook. You've been listening to some absolute Looney Tunes. Heart-brain coherency? I've never even heard of it. Please don't say Gabby Bernstein. You're not going to say, what does Gabby? Don't say Bernstein. Please don't say Bernstein in here. Gabby Bernstein, the ex-addict who's a Looney Tune. You're not going to talk about her, are you? In my chat. Woo-woo person. In my chat. Get access to Back and Begging very affordably. Oh, wonderful! Guys, $35 squad right now. Not that there's anything wrong with being an ex-addict, but she's a Looney Tune. She talks in a whole lot of mumbo-jumbo. Law of attraction speak. Woo-woo shit. What she says doesn't make any sense. Nothing she says make any sense. The universe has my back. The fuck has stars and galaxies got to do with your brain, love? Oh, I don't know. I just talk woo-woo shit and people seem to buy all my books for some reason. Fuck me. Why? Please don't say Bernstein in here. Yeah, that's woo-woo. Exactly. I had this happen today. I had a negative thought. I flipped it and moved on. 2 hours later, he calls. Exactly, Tori. And that's what we do here, darling. We don't rely on the universe to have our back, right? Hi, Star Moon. Laws, I'm engaged. Oh, Maggie. Really, darling? How'd you do that? Tell us. Congratulations. I manifested my engagement. Oh, wonderful. Let's try to take a screenshot and bloody turn the live off. My queen is live, is teaching us a phrase. Oh, thank you, darling. Banishing contradicting memories to my new self-concept. I got to go do that. Yes, Francisco. Consistency is everything. Yes, guys. Manifested my ankle being completely healed after my physiotherapist said I would have tendonitis. Oh, fuck that physiotherapist. Wonderful, darling. Loz, how to speed up my manifestation? Well, imagine it's here now. The more you think it's here now, the more it will be here now. Oh, thank you, Jenna. I want to like this job, but it's so rigorous. Well, then it will be, darling, because you're describing it in a really bad way. So what do you expect? You'll probably hate it. Yes, ma'am. Okay, good. I need to hear this today. Good, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to go soon because I've got so much shit to do. Working on my self-concept because I manifested my ex back, but we gave space due to limiting beliefs. Oh, God. You really need to watch all my videos, darling. Who's limiting beliefs? The only person's limiting beliefs that are the problem are yours, darling. Your concept of yourself. If you had to go give him space because you're all kinds of triggered by whatever he's doing when he came back, fucking hell, please come and join the squad and do back and begging because you're not understanding how the stuff inside you is causing you to have to give him space or have space from him because you're getting triggered by your own shit from childhood. Stop blaming your specific person and their limiting beliefs on what the fuck is going on in your mind, darling, and that you're getting triggered by. Guys, please come and join the squad this week or on Monday because Back and Begging Part 1 is going to drop. And I recorded the first video yesterday and I sat down and watched it. It's 26 minutes long. It's one of my longest videos I've ever put in the squad. And I sat there and even I was confused by what I was saying because it was so complicated what I was trying to say. And I sat there thinking, does this make sense? Because I was contradicting in the video every single thing you guys have ever been taught about manifesting your specific person back. And hopefully you guys will sit there and go, oh my God, Loz has just opened my eyes to every single thing I've been doing is wrong. And that's why he's not back. Or that's why when he came back, he didn't change. Or that's why when he came back, we had to give each other space. Or that's why we're in a relationship right now and it's not really working. Or that's why we're fighting all the time. Or that's why I keep getting upset. She's literally pointing out to me in this very complex video, and it's very complex, guys. You might have to watch it twice. I had to sit and watch it again and think, is what I'm saying making sense? Because it's literally, everything I'm saying is the total opposite of what you've been taught. Because I know, because I got taught that and I did it wrong about manifesting your specific person back. It probably will be my most popular course. I have a feeling. I have this feeling in my waters that it's going to surpass Fuck the 3D as my most popular course, because when I watched that video back, I said to Sasha, I might need to send this to you for you to tell me if this even makes sense, because I'm literally going against everything anyone's ever taught in a video about manifesting back your specific person. And people might sit there and go, what? I'm doing everything wrong. And I'll be like, unfortunately, yes, you've just wasted 2 years of your life or 6 months of your life doing it all wrong, right? And hopefully I make it clear enough. But because I'm trying to explain to you about thought reflection, I even find that the first video is quite complicated and you might have to go back and watch it a second time just to understand it, right? And I'll give you tasks and a really clear explanation in part 1 about thought reflection so you can really understand what I'm saying. It's going to be a very simplified workbook. The video is very complex, but the workbook's going to be very simplified so that what I've just said in the video is more clearly and simply explained in the book. Because you get a workbook and a video and a workbook and a video and a workbook and a video and a workbook and a video. There's 4 workbooks and 4 videos in this course for only $35. Then the second month is going to be very special because you guys are going to get MP3s and a special journal to keep, okay? So if you're trying to manifest back your specific person and you failed, or they've come back and you're having fights or getting triggered, or they're not the way you want, you must do this course because you're probably doing everything wrong, and that's what I explained in part 1. So it's only $35, guys. And if you were in the squad and you left, come back, because you're really going to miss out. And then you're going to hear all the success stories in about a month's time. Then you're going to kick yourself, and then it'll be on my website for like way more money. So come and get in the squad now. Plus, then you can watch all the coaching videos. You can ask questions. You can go live with me on a Friday. You can get the other mini courses if you join this week. You can get manifest all the things still before it gets taken out. Plus, there's make them obsessed in there still. Okay, so you'll get the support as well as manifesting them back at the same time by being in the squad rather than just buying it on my website later on. All right, guys. So please come and join me on Subconscious Laws YouTube as well, and come and subscribe, guys. This video just came out this morning, and this video we're just doing now will be on the YouTube next week. So if I answered your question, come and watch it. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Bye, guys.